るが罪なら死ぬまで有罪無視それが俺の掟目つぶし踏みつぶし何でもあり愚か者のラッド騒ぎ目つぶし踏みつぶし何でもあり愚か者のランド騒ぎ気の短さは主流だバカ寸前のこの怒り街に火花一触そうか言い聞かせ近距離戦言葉の衝撃重い一撃刀になんか頼らない俺のファイトは力強く荒れ狂う嵐の中笑い飛ばせ堂々と荒れ狂う嵐の中笑い飛ばせ堂々と
Welcome back, Warriors! We are so excited to dive into the gameplay segment for Erikure, our latest samurai hero. And who better to help me out than these two absolute legends? JC, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's been interesting looking at chat in the back there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show off this hero. It's going to be super awesome.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, they called, you are here, so...
Yeah. I mean, whenever I get summoned, that's how I have to show up. I know I have to show up. It's like a bat signal, like and then I just like JC, and I come running.
The JC signal, I like it. All right, amazing. And on top of that, we also have Costa. Yeah. Costa joining us back on the couch. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited to show Erikure to the world. So
nice. Yeah. Well, now's your chance.
Now is my chance.
I mean, this is that moment. We're introducing the hero to the world, as you said. So, what can you tell us about this hero?
Well, she is an assassin, dual-wielding tonfas. Do you want to talk about how we chose tonfas?
Yeah, so a little while ago, because we kind of decide on what weapons we're going to do, quite in advance. But I was, Vanessa and I specifically, but we were talking about a bunch of different people. We're looking at, okay, how can we make a kind of like fist-based hero, right? We've been getting a lot of requests from players to go, I want to have somebody that punches people, that does that kind of stuff. And the issue that we have normally is that every single punch in the game right now is a bash. Mm-hmm. And no matter what we kind of pick, like there was like cestus and like a bunch of different kind of weapons, it always looks like you're punching straight up, and it always ends up looking like a bash. So that's problem number one, that it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it kind of feels odd, and then it gets parried, like you parry a punch, it's a bit strange. There's also a range problem, right? Because normally in For Honor, you're often, not necessarily always, but you're often outnumbered. You're in a duel, there's people around you. You want to be able to hit them on the side. But if I'm punching, like realistically, if I want to hit somebody that's there, it's super hard. Because I have to do these super weird, long, like stretchy punches that have no power behind them. So because normally to have power, you have to crank your elbows a little bit more to be able to hit. So that didn't make any sense either. and we're starting to looking at different weapons, what we could do. And when we landed on tonfas, we're like, you know what, this could probably work, right? Because you can hold it, and I'm sure that's what a lot of people kind of realized when we revealed it, is you punch with them. But there's a lot of different ways to hold a tonfa because you can kind of spin them, and you can actually we fix the range issue by being able to spin them and hit people outside. You can move them. You can use them as a hammer. You can use them for a lot of different things. You can use them to block as well. Traditionally, you're using them to block, so you get like that edge here to block. So you can do so much with tonfas, and it also fulfilled that kind of boxer, kind of brawler strategy, like fantasy. So it just made total sense there.
Nice.
Yeah, totally. Should we go into gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
So before we start with that, I'll just say that we tried to keep the pattern that light attacks are going to use the short end of the tonfa. So like punches, jabs, trajectories aren't wide. And then for heavy attacks, they have a wider trajectory because, like you said, she actually spins them out like that. I don't want to hit you guys, but yeah, just to start off
That's
like
how
that.
it kind of works.
So let's get into the gameplay here.
All right.
So here she is. She looks really mean. Yeah, she's got some cool emotes too.
Yeah.
Scratching the back with it. That's the way you use the
The other use for the
yeah,
tonfa.
for
yeah.
sure. So let's get into it. She has light attack, right?
And you see the punching that you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Short end.
Yeah.
She has a heavy attack. And I don't know if you noticed this, but she spins the tonfa too. So
Yeah.
it looks really cool like that.
Looks really
It's
cool.
really neat animation with
Yeah,
the
it's
animation.
amazing. Like the detail, we're gonna have like Vanessa and Michelle come in later, but like the amount of detail that we have on those animations to make her look super cool is unprecedented.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
And from light, you could go into heavy or light. So like I could do light into heavy. I could do light into light. I could do heavy into light or heavy. So heavy into heavy, heavy into light.
That kind of all works out, right?
Yeah.
Pretty simple, like a
Pretty basic.
two hit hero.
2-hit hero.
Oh, we're stopping here, right? We did all this stuff. We had
Yep.
like these big crazy tonfas.
That's a deep dive, everyone.
That's a hero. Yeah. All right.
Thanks. We'll see you at the
Good
next
night.
segment.
We never stop there. We never stop
We
there.
never ever stop.
I'm gonna show you her sprint attack too. Sprint attack. It's on the light input.
I'll do it on my end so people can
Yeah.
see what it looks like when you're. Actually, just a little bit of a jump with the cross tonfas there, so
Exactly.
that people.
Yeah,
Looks
she's
pretty sick.
she's got a nice zone attack too. It's quick. Pretty good trajectories on it
Yep.
as well. And she has something else.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has at least one more thing.
I didn't. At least one more.
One more. Okay.
I didn't show this because it's part of the reveal, the slow reveal.
Yeah.
So when you hit someone with any attack,
Yeah.
even a bash, she gets a combo light follow-up, a guaranteed light. So for example, right there.
All right. Okay.
You
cool.
you can't block that.
Yeah. No, but you get a little 1-2 kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
You get it after lights. You get it after heavy.
You get it after lights, you get it after heavies, you get it after bashes. So for example, if I do a light into bash, I get the combo right after. it.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. So
Yeah. So so it makes sense, right? So every single attack that she has, you get a small confirm light afterwards.
exactly.
Deals a little bit more damage. Kind of looks cool. You get a 1-2 punch. Everything that's cool.
There are only a few moves that she cannot
Okay.
gain into the combo lights.
Mhm.
They are called twin strikes, but
Okay.
we'll get into that soon.
We'll get into that soon.
Yeah,
Okay, all right,
yeah.
Cool.
Let me show you some of her dodge attacks.
All right. Cool.
Right? Yeah, basic kit. This one's my favorite. It's a nice kick in the nuts. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, right? Because I remember seeing because I'm terminally online for some reason.
This is true.
Yeah.
And I ended up like there was a lot of comments because that specific move is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember people going, I really want her to have it. Guess what she does?
She got it.
If you want to clown on some people you don't like, go and have fun.
But not only that, if you unlock for me, we also, added a little kick in the butt.
Oh, okay.
So we had some fun with it.
Yeah,
We had
yeah,
some
yeah.
fun with it. So that's a bash.
Yeah.
It's undodgeable.
It's unblockable, right?
Unblockable, sorry. We have an undodgeable
For front
forward
dodge
light,
Yeah.
front dodge light. Yep.
That's quite a bit of range as well. Like I can get it from like pretty far.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
really
ahead,
good
show me.
peeling tool here.
Yeah.
It's undodgeable, so often enough, like you get into situations in group fights where people keep dodging away from you. So she can catch up and say, no, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just like that too.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So something to add is after all these moves, like I said, the combo strikes happen. Combo strikes always lead into the finishers, the chain finishers.
Okay.
So you could, for example, you could. Sorry, I got lost there. So I could just keep doing that. For example, I'm always going into my finishers.
I can dodge out of them. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people are going,
worry.
but I can dodge,
Dodge
out
out
of
of them. So basically, that creates kind of like a faux infinite.
Yeah.
Right. You could only.
Like it works off of like heavy light, heavy. So it's kind of cool, right? Because you have to commit to that little extra attack. You deal a little bit less damage on your attacks because there's that little extra strike afterwards.
Yeah.
But it still feels kind of good.
Exactly. So that's kind of her false infinite there. I mentioned twin strikes. And
Yeah.
the way that you could think of this is that twin strikes are true finishers to her moveset.
Okay.
So anytime I do a twin strike attack, that's the end of my chain. That input can be done at any point in the chain. So if I open, I could go into my twin strike attack, end the chain like that.
So how do you do twin strike attacks? Because
Yeah.
you've shown me everything now, and now I'm
Showing you
confused.
everything. Yeah. But so I had to create other inputs for
Oh,
the twin
okay.
strike. So to enter twin strike, you basically enter your chain, and then you press back on the left stick as well as your input. So light, heavy, or bash.
Okay.
So let's start with the light. So I'm gonna go light into the twin strike attack.
Okay.
And notice how she attacked with both tonfas there.
Is that why it's twin strike?
That's why. That's why.
Yes.
It's
Like again, the narrative team
Yeah.
is showing their pure
On.
genius
Yeah, yeah.
here.
Love it.
And
Like
did a
being
great
able to
job
looking
with
at
that.
stuff and going, you know what, this is twins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got the twin strike light that I showed you. This is a 400 ms. It is enhanced. All
That's
her
scary.
lights are enhanced except for the combo lights and the opener lights, by the way.
Okay.
So it is enhanced, and there's a dodge cancel after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for example,
Show me.
so I could do light into twin strike into my
Okay.
dash, for example.
So what's also interesting to here to see is that you just showed it. You don't have to do your little combo guarantee light
Right,
to
right.
go into twin strike. You can go into twin strike from literally anything. right now.
Exactly.
So that is pretty cool that you can go, you know what, like I'm gonna do light, twin strike, or I can do light, twin strike. Right?
Exactly.
So there's a lot of freedom and a lot of flow in how you want to spend your stamina, how you want to do damage. That's kind of interesting there.
Yep. Twin strike heavy.
Okay.
Same input idea. You go into it from a chain. So I'll do a light into twin strike heavy,
Uh-oh,
and it's undodgeable.
I saw blue.
Yep, undodgeable.
Somebody's bingo card just like popped up.
Yeah.
Definitely. So pretty standard. Multi-directional as well. I did it in the same direction,
you can
but
choose, right?
yeah, you could choose direction.
Twin strike again, both tonfas.
Yeah.
And I like to, what's interesting here too is that you can see it's one of those attacks that changes the hand position and
Yeah.
how you manipulate the tonfas, right? She moves them around to grab them, a bit like lower to hit on somebody's
like
head,
a
which is kind
hammer.
of cool.
Yeah.
It's one of those like little tiny ways that the animation team is able to kind of like play with those weapons and make
Yeah.
them feel a lot more realistic and make it feel way cooler too.
For sure.
Awesome.
And then finally, let's look at the bash.
Yeah, right. There's probably a bash there.
Yeah, the bash.
Another
is-
bingo card thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The bash is a pinning move.
Okay.
I'll show it to you.
Uh-oh,
So
another bingo.
same input. Same input. You're gonna enter it through chains. So and I'm gonna do back bash.
Uh-oh. I got hit real hard there.
So what happens is I kick sand in your
Mhm.
face because she's a dirty fighter.
Yeah, right.
She kicks sand in your face, and then from there I could input lights to continue pummeling.
Okay. So it's kind of like she's like no honor for honor,
Exactly.
right? boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Bam at the end. That's
And
pretty
the
cool.
and the move is even called dirty trick.
Yeah,
It's
so there you
throwing
go, right?
sand in people's eyes. That's a
Pretty
pretty
dirty.
dirty trick.
Yeah.
So I could
Right.
also choose to throw.
That's
from
pretty
it
cool, right?
At
So
any point.
at any
except for
point,
the last
except for the last one. So basically, you
Exactly.
can go, hey, I want to go 1, 2, throw. I can go up to 4, but you can't throw after the last one.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, the last one is the commit full move. I've committed to the damage on the last
Okay.
hit. I can't do anything after
Yeah,
that.
so the damage is really, really low on the initial hits, but the last one is where most of, like, the majority of the damage comes from. So that's like pretty cool. You get to choose what you want to do because you can still wall splat out of throw.
Exactly. So off the throw, you could wall splat, land a heavy, potentially lead to more damage that way than just finishing
Yeah.
the pummel.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, well, the one thing we haven't shown yet before we move on to
Yeah.
the another one more thing because there's always one more.
There's always one more.
She has side dodge lights as well, right? We haven't
Right.
Really show
yes,
them.
side dodge lights.
They also go into. You
Yep.
can combo them as well.
Exactly.
Use side dodge light, pummel, and hit people. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. So yeah, so it works really well. So there's that. But then there's something else that we've seen in the trailer,
Yeah.
and I've seen on chat before. Because sitting in the back, I like to
Pe-
chat 'cause
people were wondering.
'cause that's how I know how to get summoned, right?
Sure.
But people are wondering, like, it says strike meter.
Yeah.
And I see a little,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kind of like swirly under your little widget there that tells you what stance you're in. So
yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
Could
so,
this be the
Could this be the-
aforementioned
yeah.
strike meter?
The
This
mythical strike
this is indeed the strike meter. So if you look under my widget, you see I'm filling up the strike meter all the way to 2 little nodes.
All right.
And you could see the nodes above in my
Yeah.
health
That's it.
bar
And
there.
if I had them, so I can go and get them like really quickly there.
yeah.
Looking at the wrong screen. That's good.
Yeah. So you got the first one there. And got the second
There you
one
go.
up there.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, this is a new mechanic.
Yeah.
This makes Ericure really unique. What happens is this strike meter has thresholds levels, the 2 dots that you see. It has 3 levels.
Okay.
The first one is called idle. And the way this works is it's just the base moveset.
Yeah.
What we've shown you up until now. There's still some more surprises there, but up until now, that's exactly what,
Yeah.
what
Right.
you get.
So you get those 400 MS lights, you get the undodgeable heavy,
Mhm.
and you get that kick sand, dirty trick, and punch, 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 punch.
Yeah.
And you go. All right. Okay. Cool.
I don't know if you noticed too, the strike meter also
The
depletes.
keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
The keys after time. Right.
So after you don't do an attack for 10 seconds, it starts to
okay.
deplete.
Starts to go down on the map.
You could also pause the depletion by getting blocked or blocking and hitting minions.
Okay, so basically you want to be super aggressive because it progresses that strike, that mythical strike.
Exactly. She's a very aggressive
But
hit.
what does it give you? Because I mean, yeah, it's cool. There's a meter. Yeah, cool. I can see my combo. count,
Yeah, I
everything, but
only
what does it
talked
give you?
about the idle level.
Right, right.
So the-
Idle. Yeah.
The next level is called onslaught.
Oh, that sounds like.
And
scary.
what happens with onslaught is, let me get to onslaught here, is her twin strike attacks, remember the 2 hits there? They become armored.
Bingo.
So armored light, and then
Heavy.
armored heavies,
Cool.
and
You're gonna get what else? You
Uh,
get armor on that bash as well.
you do.
wow.
That's good predicting there. But not only that, you also get a shield because it's a long pinning move. Yeah, here.
I want to make sure you kept it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a long pinning move, you're stuck in it for a while.
Yeah.
So we also give you a 70 HP shield,
Okay.
so that you could be in a team fight and withstand a few hits.
And yeah, and you take armor too, right? So you gain armor
armor.
while you're like, punching,
Exactly.
leaving whatever out of somebody, but you also get a shield.
Yeah.
So if there's people around me that would just want to wall upon me, well, they can, but the odds of them depleting 70 HP's worth of damage that quickly might not work all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So
But that's okay. So then that was
that was
Onslaught.
onslaught.
What's the last one called?
The last one,
it
when
glows
you see
blue,
this
so that's even
beautiful,
scarier.
when you see this beautiful blue glow,
Yeah.
you know you've reached the ultimate
Okay.
stage. So
I
in
wonder what ultimate means.
ultimate means that on top of the onslaught
Mhm.
properties, so armor, you also get unblockables on those.
Okay. So show that to me because I'm a bit scared.
So here you go. We're gonna do a heavy into back your backlight.
Is armored 400 MS light.
Yeah.
Okay.
And unblockable.
Unblockable.
Unblockable
Yeah.
for it.
Armored unblockable 400 MS light. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
And dodge cancelable afterwards, right?
Dodge cancelable.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so now I'm scared though, because did you mean that everything gets unblockable? Any
yes.
keys would have had before?
All the twin strike moves get unblockable.
So what happens with the heavy?
Well, the heavy gets unblockable too. Like you see.
So is that unblockable, undodgeable, armored heavy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It is an unblockable, undodgeable, armored attack.
Okay.
How do you think the chat's doing right now?
They're probably freaking out, which is a
A
good
little
thing.
bit.
Yeah.
So, just to calm everybody down, because I'm sure I'm not seeing it, but I got a couple of nods from the back, so I can kind of see it. So, here's the thing: you to get all these properties together to create that absolutely crazy pressure, right? You need to get your strike meter to max.
Yeah.
So that's step number one, which is not always the easiest thing to do. You have to get into a fight and have that maxed out. If you get into a duel and to get it maxed out, typically there's gonna be like one hit left or something. So it's not crazy impactful in ones. It's a bit better in group fights, but still. The other thing is that there's almost no range on that attack, meaning that like you can't just go backlight into or like whatever into it because there's basically zero range.
Yeah.
See, so like there's almost no range here, so you can't use it to catch people to do these things. So we really looked into balancing it, so the damage output wasn't insanely high, but also there's very little range. So you have to be careful when you use it. It's really for focused 1v1 engagements. That's where we wanted to go. So yes, it's super scary on paper, and it'll give you good stuff. What I can tell you is that there's a lot of moments where you're actually better off doing the backlight, the dirty trick light, or not the I forget what you call them because
Yeah.
twin strike light. Yeah, sorry.
Strike light,
Because that brings more and more pressure, right? The twin strike light, because you can dodge cancel, you can front dodge cancel into an undodgeable light or into the bash. So you can kind of cycle and keep that going and keep the vortex a bit as you want going through it, but you have a choice. Do I get a little bit more damage off the heavy but it ends here, or do I go for that light and keep going and keep applying pressure? So there's an actual game plan here that kind of makes sense. That's super interesting. And yes, it's scary. We wanted it to be scary. Getting to that strike level again is not the simplest thing, right? There's a lot of stuff going into it. You might kill people before you get to max, and then it ends up being wasted. You have to work to get it to keep it full. So it's just overall, I would say give it a chance. I know it's super scary. I know it ticked off like a new bingo card because I'm sure nobody had unblockable, undodgeable armor on their bingo card, but then probably somebody's gonna put it now. But that's kind of how it works. But then there's the dirty trick as well, right?
Dirty trick, yes.
Yeah. So what does it get
dirty
at Ultimate?
trick, it gets everything that it got off of Onslaught. Oh my god. Gets everything it gets off of Onslaught, but now it's completely uninterruptible by bashes
Okay.
as well.
So from the community, like from players, because internally it's completely different names because we didn't know people were going to call them that. There's like two types of armor in the game from players' perspective, right? There's hyper armor and there's super armor. Hyper armor is what she gets at Onslaught. So that means you trade and you absorb kind of like normal hits, but bashes will still go through. Super armor means absolutely nothing will get you out of this spot. So it's scary because it's kind of dangerous. There's a reason why we almost never use it because you can get stuck in situations where people are going to throw a shit ton of attacks at you, and then what are you going to do, right? Because because you're in that state where you can't get out of it. If that's too long, it's essentially a death sentence.
Right.
Because you don't get the damage reduction, you don't get the hit stun, all that stuff. So it's a bit scary. But in this case, it's interesting because you get that shield and you get super armor. So you literally cannot knock her out of it when she goes into it when she is in ultimate. Again, that's kind of scary. But we went that way, right? Because we wanted to make sure that normally you want to use dirty tricks to raise your strike meter like pretty quickly. It's the most efficient way to raise it up.
yeah, because you get the most hits on
You
it.
get the most hits on
Which
it, right?
is why we're giving her those combo lights as well, just so that it helps you get your strike. meter.
Exactly. So it's a whole theme around this hero,
Yeah, yeah.
See?
right? But then we wanted to make sure that when you're at on ultimate, why would you still use it? because I'm like, well, okay, I already got all my stuff. I get better damage off of other options. So why would I use this one? Well, no, there's a reason to use it. It also is really good for setting up ganks and stuff, so it's kind of nice. But it kind of works quite well.
Nice. Amazing.
All right.
Uh,
So that's it for that. But
But did you also want to talk about deflex too?
yes,
yes.
right. So,
So-
let me throw you top heavy because
She is an assassin.
So I could deflect. Yeah.
you get a heavy,
I get a heavy.
right?
Or I could do a shortcut right into dirty trick.
That's really dirty.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she does have
Look at me
deflex.
making
She is
jokes
an
here.
assassin.
Yeah. That's it. So she's an assassin. She gets deflects.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Super cool, and you get a nice little shortcut to those dirty tricks because she's dirty.
Indeed.
The fry
Dirty
cracker.
fighter.
She's all sorts of things. So, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But now, is there another one more thing? Because I remember. Okay, so
There is, yes.
I'm a very perceptive person,
Uh-huh.
and I looked at a trailer.
Yeah.
And it also said something about target swap.
Target spot
Now,
specialist, yeah.
It's a specialist. She's a specialist at target swapping. So what does that mean exactly?
So when you target swap with Arakure, she has dedicated moves for the target swap.
Okay.
We are calling them lash out attacks.
Okay.
And basically the way this works is from a target swap, as you could see in the video playing, she has access to 3 different lash out attacks.
Okay.
She has access to a light, a heavy, and a bash. So her lash out attacks, the heavy one gives you a lot of forward momentum. You could go to the next target that's pretty decently far away, and you could catch up to them, reposition yourself in the
Okay.
fight, and be able to hit them with your lash out attack. The light attack has a medium range, so it's not as powerful in the displacement,
But it's faster though.
but it's fast.
Okay.
It's still 500, but it's a faster movement
Okay.
to where you got to go. And then the bash, by nature, bashes are unblockable, and it has the shortest distance.
Okay.
So-
So essentially, one of the reasons why we put this in, right, is again, I have the tonfa here, right? But you have this weapon, and target swapping is something that, like at some point you start doing in For Honor, and you do it with a lot of different attacks and a lot of different things. But then with this, it's like, well, how do I control group fights? Yeah, I can throw heavies, but the range is still a little bit limited. And we wanted to make sure that she had tools to handle being outnumbered. It also works really well with her lore and stuff. They're like, really scrappy fighters, get into a lot of stuff. So it's interesting to have that kind of function. So we looked at how can we make her effective in group fights? How can we make her feel good when she's outnumbered? And this is what it is, right? It's super interesting. The only other hero that has something remotely similar to this is Pirate, and it's limited to her gunshots, where if you land a heavy on somebody, do this right. I'm gonna get memed on again. That's gonna be awesome. But if you land a heavy on somebody with Pirate, and then you target swap her gunshot, Pirate does the version that she gets when it gets blocked or on miss or whatever. So we kind of were able to reuse that tech, at least on the gameplay side, to make sure that she had different options whenever she target swap. But there's a couple of rules to it, though, right?
Yeah. So, for example, if you target swap and you do a lash out attack and it misses, it does not make contact in any way, you cannot chain from it.
Okay, and you need to make contact to be able to do lash out attacks as well, right?
Yes, exactly.
So I can't just go like with a light, target swap, and lash out to somebody else.
Exactly.
I need to hit somebody.
Yeah, there's always got to be contact before doing a lash.
And is there one more thing to do with those? Because there's always one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Like 10 more things. At
Yeah.
I want you to know. Yeah.
Lash out attack scale with the strike meter.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So that means that at onslaught level, they become armored. And at the ultimate level, they become armored and unblockable.
Blockable.
So
Alright.
it's really, she becomes a really great peeler. She becomes really hard to stop in this team fight scenario.
Basically, you have to parry her if she's throwing lights.
Exactly. Yeah. So
That's really cool. I remember when we were playtesting this hero, like for a while. I used to love getting into revenge and just going, hey, there's 2 people against me. You're all going down.
Yeah.
And it worked really well. It was super cool. So
it's a really rewarding feeling for
Yeah.
getting the strike meter up.
Cool.
It's a rewarding feeling for putting in that effort, and it's a lot of fun. Target
is.
swapping isn't the most easiest mechanic, but this is a great hero to learn it on. It's a great hero to practice it on, and up the For Honor gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
So I think So that's it for fight kit, right? But she has feats too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This hero has feats
Roll the
like all
video.
the other. So her first feat, it's called Against the World. Basically, when you do a lash out attack, you get an attack boost bonus of 10% for 5 seconds. If you do another lash out attack within that 5 seconds, that duration will reset,
Okay.
so you could keep it going. And if you don't reset it, then the cooldown is 10 seconds
Okay.
for it.
All right. That's
Yeah.
cool. So then there's a second feat, right?
Yep, second feat. Insolent Shout. This is an AoE attack debuff on your enemies. Sounds simple enough. There's an extra level to it. This scales with the strike meter as well.
Okay.
So at the idle level, it will give a 10% debuff on the enemies. At the onslaught level, it will give 20% debuff. And at the ultimate level, it will give 30% debuff.
Oh,
Dang.
okay. So you want to keep up. You want to pop it when your ultimate.
Yep, that's
Get
the
the biggest bang for your
maxing
buck.
for it. Yeah, and it has a 2-minute cooldown.
Okay.
Her feat 3, because there's a third feat,
Of course.
called Walk It Off. This is basically a self-heal for Arakure. And again, this also scales off of the strike meter.
Yeah.
So at idle, 15 HP. At onslaught, it's 30 HP. And at ultimate, it's 45
Okay.
HP.
But it doesn't just heal.
No, it doesn't.
What else does it do?
At every level, it also cleanses.
Okay, but are you talking just, hey, I get rid of bleed and fire?
It does do that, but all negative effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
It's kinda
negative
like what Centurions do tier 4. You
Exact-
get a bit of that cleanse only on yourself, though. but
Exactly.
still, okay.
Yeah. On yourself, it's a single target.
But it must have a pretty big cooldown. if it's
yes,
like
we
that
gave it a
strong.
3-minute cooldown.
Okay, so you can't just constantly just go, hey, I'm getting rid of corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You really have to choose. Am I doing this for the heal? Am I doing this to
The cleanse, and okay, all right.
It's,
you line up things, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Works
Yeah.
on corruption
Yeah.
as well as Max.
And as I also just mentioned, thank you, Max.
Yeah. And finally, she has a feat 4.
Yeah.
This one is called Gang of Outcasts. And what this does is it maxes out Arakure's strike meter. For 20 seconds, there is no decay on the strike meter. But that's not all it does. It's an AoE effect that buffs your allies as well. While the 20-second duration is going on, your allies will get enhanced lights, they will get armored heavies, and they will not, attacks will not cost stamina.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So basically become like killing machines just like she is.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So
That-
that's yeah, that's awesome.
That's
by the
it.
way. I love the way you presented that too, because it almost implied that what if there wasn't a fourth feat? But we definitely had it, so it's good.
There was.
Of course,
There
we
was.
did one.
Unbelievable.
So
How do we cook so much? It's
we're
unbelievable.
just really good at it.
Yeah, we're amazing.
So JC, like an incredible hero looking, there's so much detail and so much depth to this. Like, how do you see Arakure performing in like competitive landscape?
So I would rank her pretty high in Dominion.
Mhm.
Essentially, she's like a really good roamer.
Yeah.
She's really good at holding points, be able to like capture stuff, be able to like catch people running around like with that front dodge light is really, really good. She's good at peeling. She's good at ganking. There's a lot of good stuff. However, she's rather weak in the lane. Like she doesn't have a lot of big trajectories. Her like you have to lock and try to do stuff, and it's always a bit unwieldy. So she's really not optimal in the lane. She has no real laning support, so that kind of makes her a bit weaker there. And as some of you may know, competitively, the general kind of like accepted idea and the way that you play the minion is you go from your home point to lane to farm for your feats to get your team's hard points up, and you rotate back and forth, and you have somebody else like other people to do other things. So Arakure is her specialty is more to roam around and do that sort of stuff. So it makes a lot of sense there. But yeah, so in the minion lane she's not super good, and it's interesting because the strike meter is super cool. But in 1v1 scenarios, typically what we found, and when we've played with some of our more like pro players that have been able to play the hero a little bit, she ends up like her opponent is basically dead when she reaches max strike, and that's with just non-stop aggression. So if you falter a little bit, if you take a bit more time, it goes down. And you don't really get to it. So in 1v1 she's good, but it's a bit harder to exploit all of her toolkit, especially the target. You can't really target swap in a 1v1 scenario as well. So there's like some stuff there that she is not as good depending on the situation. But she's still really, really good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And there's some interesting choices to make there too. Do I stay at the point, boost it, and lose my strike meter? Do I run to the other points to keep up my strike meter, get into another fight as fast as possible? Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
decisions to
There's
make.
a lot of stuff there. We wanted to make sure that this hero had a lot of decision points as to like even just their flow is like there's a lot of options in and out. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to stop? Do you do your combo lights? How do you spend more stamina? Because the stamina per HP damage is a little bit like high. So how do I spend my resources? How do I work around them? It's all built around this interesting decision system of how do you play her, and how do you play her, and the way I play her might be different from how you play her and how you play her. So it's kind of it's really interesting to have that kind of depth into a hero that her moveset is not the most complex one, but there's a lot of like moment to moment little decisions that are really interesting.
Nice. Awesome. And were there any challenges, anything you want to touch on like throughout the development?
Yeah. So I mean, like the strike meter is like brand new, obviously, right? It's not the easiest thing to get working in our UI, making sure it looks good, making sure it's readable. Also, just the functionality of it. Right? We went through different iterations. We had at some point there was one where every single hit counted as one, and that ended up being that it overly valued light. So how do we kind of change it? So we changed it up. Now there's like different thresholds and like lights and bashes give different amount of like meter gain than heavy. So we did a lot of iteration on these things to make sure that everything kind of felt right. The target swap tech 2 worked, but there was a lot of challenges to how do you make it work? How you decide, like the heavy goes far, the light goes medium, the bash goes low. We didn't always have a bash there as well as an option.
Right.
So it's like there's a lot of these things that are not super, super, super clear that we have to kind of validate as we go through. Like the chain bash that we didn't really mention it before,
Right.
but the bash that you can do like in your regular chains is feintable as well. It wasn't always feintable, and how do you kind of figure out the moveset? So it's interesting. It's not always the simplest thing, but it works really, really well.
Yeah. It's a bit of a process always
Yeah.
to make these, but
And now I cannot wait because after us, there's a couple of people.
it's just
A couple of people on the animation team that might have. I just want to leave out a tiny, tiny little tease. There's cool stuff they're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs, a lot of personality that they've hidden in the hero. So I know these things, but I want to tell them, but I don't want to spoil their fun.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
no, they're gonna come up
They're
here
gonna
real
say
soon.
it,
and
and
talk
it's gonna
about
be
all that.
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Excited for that. Well, very cool. Well, thank you guys both so much for that. Finally, Costa, any shout outs you wanna give? for
Yeah,
this hero?
well, the whole team, honestly, that worked on Arakure, they were amazing. Michelle, the other Costa on the design team.
Because we have two.
Yeah, we have to. Vince, man, there's so many. Chloe
Name them
and
all.
Fred.
Right now.
Uh, Nico was huge
Yeah.
support with the strike meter. Terry, Alex on audio.
On UI, like we had Catherine, that
UI,
like that you
yeah.
folks probably remember. Catherine like
Yeah.
did a lot of work on the gauge, so that it looked nice and it kind
Yeah.
of fit with what we needed. It's a huge team effort all the time.
Yeah,
The animation team did amazing. Even the marketing team, I really want to commend them because the trailer that we
Oh,
had
yeah,
for the
yeah.
gameplay is
Oh, yeah.
completely new. It's super awesome.
Yeah.
So like really like good job, guys. Everybody's super proud.
yeah, it was an awesome undertaking
Very cool.
from all around.
Well, I'm very excited for that. And folks, we hope you're excited too.
Yeah.
If you want to get your hands on Eric Curry, you don't have to wait long. You got 1 week to go because next Thursday with the title update, she's going to drop. We hope you enjoy this, but stick around because we have an animation deep dive coming up right after this. Keep spinning those. Please don't hit anybody, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, Warriors. We are now at the animation segment. We've got Vanessa and Michelle. How you both doing?
Amazing.
Great, thank you.
So how about that fight
Amazing.
kit? That fight kit looking
It's
crazy.
so cool, huh?
Work,
know.
Looking so awesome.
Yep.
Vanessa, why don't we just jump right into it? It looks so badass. Could you share a
know.
bit more regarding the direction of her animation?
Yes, I mean GC touched up a bit on it, but she's our answer to a brawler hero,
Yeah.
basically. So finally, it's there. It's
Yeah.
there. So we have the Tomfa. You saw them. They're right there. So yeah, it's a little bit of she's hyper violent. She's very badass. She has zero tolerance for bullshit.
That's it. That's
This,
it.
this that was the attitude direction that we have. So every time we did an animation, we're like, no bullshit. There you go. And yeah, she's very. She has a build up anger. She want to release it. That's why she fights you. She always she short temper, always in your face. So yeah, that's her.
Awesome. Also, so just for a bit of context for folks watching, so when the team creates heroes, we usually try to establish 3 key pillars that describes the hero. Do you want to share those with us?
Yeah, I mean Ben talked about it. She's scrappy, firecracker, and brazen. It's again it's something every time we do an animation we ask ourselves if it fits that. So she's scrappy. You saw it. She fights dirty. She bonk you on the head. She kick you where it hurts.
Exactly.
So yeah, so she's very scrappy. She's a firecracker. I don't know if you noticed, but during the strike meter, the more you get into it, the animation change a little bit. So the
Ooh.
navigation and all the idle, she gets more pumped.
Oh my god.
We had
that's
like
cool.
3 layers of a full navigation. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That was a lot of work
Awesome.
just to represent the firecracker aspect of this character. And she's brazen as well. So she's rough and tough. She has nothing to prove. She's super versatile. The weapons are really cool for that. And yeah.
That's really cool. So as the strike meter increases, like her animations will change a little bit.
Yeah,
like she'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
more amped up.
Yeah,
and
you'll
pumped.
see. Like it's a bit. I think some people notice. Like she's a little bit more into it. Like
Yeah.
she's really intense.
The
so,
adrenaline's flowing.
exactly.
You want her,
Exactly.
you want her to press buttons.
That's
please,
it.
You know.
Yeah.
She asks you, right? So.
It's really that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put you in context. And
Okay.
so using those words that Vanessa was talking about. So when's the last time you ended up in a dark alley at night,
Ooh.
like a
Music
dead
alley.
end?
I'm
no.
taking,
And you
taking
turn-
back to
Ben.
last weekend.
You turn around and there's 4 silhouettes blocking your
Oh,
path.
no.
So yeah, for a new hero that's street combat technique. Won't be clean. She will get out,
Mhm.
bruised,
Mhm.
bloody nose, but on her feet,
Nice.
like Rocky style. So that's her. Yeah.
Why don't we talk a little bit more about her weapons? What was it like animating Tomfa Combat?
I mean, it's pretty new, huh? It's pretty cool.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
hold
you
them a
can,
little bit?
yeah.
Chat, this has a good weight.
Yeah.
And confirm.
We almost have.
I hold
Using
this
the
right?
real weapon gives you a
Yes.
lot of ideas, but when we saw the Tanfas, the weapon length, like JC was talking about, using lights on this side, it got us thinking.
Mm.
And we didn't want to lose that strength of hooks and uppercuts by doing wide arcs.
Okay, I see.
So wanted to keep it more
it
of a
tight.
boxing
Yeah.
style. So what we did is so when she strikes, we brought her a little bit closer, not much, 60 centimeters.
Yep.
So it doesn't seem like much, but the added pressure, the feeling feels good, and it's just a little bit more grueling for the victim, being
Yeah, she's in your
being
grill.
that close
Yeah.
in your face. So
Yeah.
that fits the character a lot. Yeah.
She has a short range, so we needed to bring her closer a little
That's
bit.
it. That's
Yes.
it. Super cool.
And yeah, at the end, we just up, pop back, jump back to create that separation. It works pretty well. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Also, one of her core features is her ability to target swap really rapidly. Could you share about a bit more of the intention behind this gameplay mechanic regarding the animation?
Yeah, target swap in Foreigner is an advanced way to play the game, and it's in Arakuda Toolkit. So yeah, first off, I had to surround myself with bots, doing all the angles.
It's a lot of
And-
controllers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it was something to test. But when the first thing we noticed when we implemented it is that we could bring that further. It felt weightless a little bit,
Mhm.
teleportation feeling,
Okay, I see.
and didn't feel grounded and that she was thinking. She was teleporting more.
Mhm.
So So, and since we're using pose matching and motion matching as a core tech and foreigner, we felt we're getting away from the animation direction.
Okay, I see.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she's not weightless. You know,
Right, right.
we needed weight. We needed her to.
So yeah, we wanted
Found
her
us.
to push off with weights, stay in control, that it belongs. Like, so the gameplay team built a nice tech that I could like trigger animations on the sides and the back, and pick the animation I want to use. So for while doing target swaps, so works really well. A tech that will find more usage
For sure.
in the future for sure. Like,
Yeah.
That's okay. So that's really cool. So it's like basically like when she's target swapping between each character, there's like custom animations that like fit
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, because everybody can target swap, but for her, because it's our toolkit, like Michelle did all those transition
That's
and to reach and to add a little bit more weight and trying to like not snap
Yeah,
too
right.
fast and jump. So at least like you feel it feels really good.
Yeah, it's like
So
she's
when you
flowing through the
play-
fight almost.
Yeah. I wish everybody was as smooth like in the target swap, but for her, I mean that's part of her kit,
Yeah.
so we
put
pour a
more
little bit more
effort.
love. Yeah,
it was
It
and,
looks incredible.
looks great. Yeah.
worth it, yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about this. Word on the street that she's got a pretty cool face-off screen. Do you want to take a look at
you heard
that?
the rumor.
Yeah.
We had a lot of ideas, but we went with the spit in the face.
There you go.
face off. So you haven't fought her already, and she's already like spitting on
The
you.
first thing you see,
That's
you know,
so
you're gonna.
awesome. That's
So
awesome.
and then a lot of personality.
We love
Little
doing that.
animation, yeah.
Yeah, we love doing that, adding a little bit of personality and those little animation.
For sure.
I think it's really cool. One cool one as well is the ledge.
Ooh.
When you're near ledge, the character look down a bit, but for her, she literally squat.
Oh, that's
and she looks
so
down on
badass.
you, right? It
That
looks so
is
cool.
sick.
On Duran,
yeah.
we added a little bit, like he opened his arm, so he's really like dominating the battlefield. For her, I think the crouch was, I think it fits her.
Yeah.
We loved it so much. We made an emote out of it, so just for her. So
Yep.
yeah, no, it looks pretty cool. It's really in character.
It's so awesome. It looks great.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about the pummel move? JC was teasing this a bit earlier. I
Yes.
think there's some Easter eggs with this.
I mean, it's something that we've done with Duran. During his pin move, he has a special realization again, Hatun.
Yeah, where he's like,
Yeah, exactly, because he doesn't like her. There's
Yeah.
a whole narrative thing about it, and she also has a lot of background. And
Yeah, her promo
Yeah.
is a bind has a lot of realization,
Yeah.
like a lot of inputs you can press. But we went a little bit farther, and against a few samurai, the last hit will look different. Against Orochi, Shugoki, and Kensei,
let's look at them. Yes.
cool.
So normal character, you bonk them on the head.
bonk.
Bonk.
You hear the sound already.
Okay, I see.
But against the samurai that she despises, like she will uppercut them.
Hmm.
And then if you end up like killing them on the last hit, like on any ending, you will create a new kill animation.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
And the samurai faction, the Orochi, the Shugoki, and the Kensei will uppercut. And if you're well positioned, it will ledge. You know.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like a mini execution in that.
Yeah, it acts as like
Baby
a,
music.
as
Yeah,
like a picture.
baby. Yeah, and it's again Orochi, Shugoki, and Kensei. She doesn't like them. They're too
Yeah.
honorable samurai.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
So she's like, yeah.
That's super, super cool. That's awesome. And the fact that it ledges is.
I mean,
pretty
it's the little
fire.
thing,
It's-
you know.
it's
The
pretty
ledge
fire.
is
It's a cherry on
always,
top.
yes.
Yeah. When we see an opportunity,
Yeah.
jump on it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for breaking all that down. Do you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, I mean, GC named the whole team, but
Yeah.
on of course, everybody was a great help on animation team. Thank you, Michelle. That's a lot of animation on this. There's Nawel as well that help on the hero that work with Michelle a lot.
Together.
Yes, and Martin as well that did the execution as well for that we're gonna see soon. So yeah, great work, everybody. I mean, it
Awesome.
looks amazing.
I can't wait. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for coming on and giving us all the insights into the animations. Folks, sit tight because after this we have a special deep dive into the modeling of our new hero. But first we'll be showing a compilation of all of Atakuda's executions. So check it out. Max, roll it.
Welcome back, Warriors! Oh man, that animation segment was sick, and we are here to go into a modeling deep dive. And who better to help us talk about the character modeling than, is it Eric Curry herself? Kiara.
I think she's called Kiara Kure or something like that.
Now, I mean, we have to take a moment quickly off script to address the amazing cosplay in the room.
Yeah, she looks
Why,
amazing.
thank you.
Nice job.
That's an incredible look. How long have you been working on the fit?
Well, I'd say as long as the character has been in all our collective minds.
That's awesome. Well, you absolutely nailed it. So amazing cosplay.
Thanks.
Love that. And Danny, welcome back to the couch too.
Thank you. And seriously, as an art director, this is like the most fantastic thing that we see when people do fine art or they dress as heroes in cosplay and Comic-Con or whatever conference they did. It's
Whatever convention you want, please.
It's amazing.
That's good. So
Yeah.
awesome. Cosplay guide confirmed after this.
Oh yes.
No, so folks, again, we are here to talk now more about the kind of the modeling deep dive of this character. Now, Kiara, like, do you want to help us understand what was the process? What went into the creation of this character?
Absolutely. So first, become the character. Be
Okay, step
one
one.
with Arakure. Yes, absolutely. But in all seriousness, my job is to reflect the character and who she is and their story and everything through how they treat themselves, but also their clothing. So who she is vital, especially for Arakuri, which is a fierce, close-range fighter. She isn't afraid of getting hurt. She shows it through her scars. You can see new ones, old ones. Her knuckles are raw. She smudges her makeup. You can see it on her lipstick and her eye makeup as well. There's layers of dirt and friction through her clothing. There's rips. She she gets in there and she's there to fight and get messy
Yeah.
and get the job done. She's not there to look cute. She's there to look intimidating and fierce.
I think you absolutely nailed that. And, you know, like even from everything we see, you know, like it seems to like tell a lot about her background, like and her story more on that through the modeling itself. Like what more can you tell us on that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So her background is her story too. You can see it in the materials, the pants, the robes. They're all materials that are accessible. Silks, suedes, anything too fancy really isn't who she is. Heavy woven materials where you can see the grain, how the cloth is woven together, the weight of the material, which rigging and animation did a major, like, exceptional job showing. The scratches on the metal, the paint chipping, the way that the fur is all matted and scrappy and not taken care of, but still has that like fierce, intimidating look on it. And like also the details that you don't think about, the handmade embellishments, the embroideries that maybe she did or the people around her to up that look, to give personality, which is something that she's very known for. And speaking of embellishments, my favorite part,
Yeah.
the tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Lily did
Would
such
you look at that?
an amazing job at them. Like
Yeah.
she designed them, and I had the pleasure, privilege, and honor to applying it on her body, making sure that every piece fits like her musculature, the way the flowers curve on her body to really enhance that like beef muscle look. The organic flow of Japanese design as well is super important. And players will notice that every single skin has a little change in them, and that we applied places where you guys can actually change the colors of the tattoos.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
So we wanted to give you a version of that, but also a version where she has no tattoos. She's just raw and full of scratches and full of blood.
Wow, that's so cool! Holy crap! I love it. There's just the customization there looks amazing. Like all the work and all the details that went into that, it looks incredible. So like huge shout out, like great job on that. So I mean, what would you say was like the biggest challenge in like designing this character?
Well, not to go back on it, but the hair, like the hair was really a challenge, but not because of what you would think, you know. Yeah, the haircuts are crazy and like full of personality, which is really what we wanted, is someone that's in your face and not afraid to be who they are. But it's the little details. It's every strand of hair that we had to place in. It's also where we want to put the color that you guys, the players, can choose. Do we want it to make it look more natural, more crazy, like crazy neon dyes that cover the whole hair, the roots and all that? It was really like the placement of all those things were really important, and we wanted to give that natural badass look, but also keep her character where she's like, look at me, look how fucking badass I am. And yeah, sorry.
Okay,
It's what it is.
yeah, we get one F-bomb per stream, so you're fine. No
Oh,
worries.
thank God.
So cool though. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I always love like getting cool outfits where I can change the hair color for the characters. So excited for that. So amazing work again. Danny, anything else you want to like kind of add to this?
No, seriously, Chiara did a great job, but I want to take some time to give some shout out to the Chengdu team that for the first time helped us doing characters.
Wow.
They wanted it for a while, and they jumped in the boat and did a great job. They did specifically the Setsu part of the character, and seriously, they nailed it.
Wow.
They look so great. Yeah, they did a great job at transferring everything, the concept to like the 3D, and yeah. So as you can see here, we showed that before. The player expression works so well on her too. So lots of options for you guys to have fun. So good job from the Chengdu team, because they did the weapon as well. They didn't just do the characters. They did the weapon again.
Oh wow, yeah.
And they went through the same process we do for the characters. So they had to apply the backstory, where they come from, the street vibe. So raw materials, and we have a little bit of modern stuff like barbed wires to them. So I hope you guys are gonna have fun, because they look really, really good.
Yeah, amazing stuff. So thank you so much, Shane. Awesome work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, I guess after that, at the end of the segment, so we'll see all of these. Like we're gonna play a video so everybody can see like all the
Sure.
arm of the weapon sets at the end of this. So I guess like, are there any final shout outs you wanted to throw out there, Danny?
Yes, but I'm gonna
Or
start
Kia-
with Kiara.
yes, of
Yes,
course.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a bit intimidated right now.
The concept artists, the whole character team, modelers, textures, riggers, all of the people who took care of making her come to life as well.
Yeah, not forgetting like VFX team, UI team, obviously the marketing team for all the visual that you guys saw during this stream. It's amazing. Anthony, good job on the gameplay trailer, man. You nailed it so great. It's amazing. And you, Mr. Nolan, thank you very much for
Oh,
having us.
well,
As
thank you.
usual, always a pleasure coming here. You're awesome.
Hey, you know me. I'm all about coming here to talk about our amazing game. So
I know,
very
you're the
excited
best for
to be here
that.
every time. So, so thank you so much again, Kara. Thank you so much for coming on board and for all the crazy work that was put into this hero. I think she's amazing. She looks incredible. There's so much fun at play. I cannot wait for next week when she goes live. Danny, thank you so much too for coming on the couch with us to continue to talk more about all the art that goes into this. So
It's
thank
been
you.
a pleasure and a lot of fun designing the characters. So I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as we did.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got to have fun with what we do. It's very important.
Yeah,
Of
we have
course,
to.
She's
yes.
amazing.
We're
and-
making video games here, folks.
Exactly.
Good.
Thank
All
you.
right. So for everybody here at home, we hope you enjoyed this. Coming up next, we have a very awesome throwback event segment. But don't go anywhere because we are going to show you a very cool video with all of the weapon and armor sets for the new hero. So stick around and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, Warriors. We are so excited to announce that Tester Metal Game Mode is back during the event Metal Trials.
Amazing.
I'm so amped up for this.
I am too. Oh my gosh, this is like one of the most exciting events we have. One of my favorites, so I'm really stoked for that. So, and I think we even have a new trailer.
Yeah. We have a little trailer. Max, show him the trailer.
Dude, oh my gosh, so awesome! I am so stoked again, like for Tester Metal to come back. But maybe Anthony, it's been a little bit since we've had Tester Metal. Do you want to explain what is Tester Metal?
Yeah, let's give a little breakdown of the lore. So, to celebrate the Truce of Wyverndale, warriors from all factions gathered in a legendary fortress to reenact battles from the past. The last chapter of Honor Games would soon be remembered as one of the darkest moments in Heathmoor's history.
Cool.
Awesome. Do you want to tell everyone how the game mode actually works?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about. I'm over here today. All right, so let's talk about Tester Metal. So Tester Metal is really fun. It is a PvE elimination mode where essentially you and your team will fight a team of AI bosses from the campaign. So each round that you play, the bosses will get stronger and stronger. So in week 2, for example, players fight against a team comprised of the strongest bosses from each faction. These are bosses including Gudmundur, Tozen, and Apollyon, as well as other campaign characters that are going to be in there like Stone, Holden Cross, and more. And then finally in week 3, we have the hardest challenge of the event, the Tyrant's Test, where you're going to face off against a team comprised of warmongers led by Astria. So it's going to be super sick.
That's going to be awesome.
It is going to be good.
Also, a new awesome iteration is for the first time in Tester Metal, we'll have event leaderboards.
Ooh.
So that's pretty cool. So you can see how well you're doing compared to the rest of the world. So the points will be granted by kills. So get out there, do your thing, go hard.
Kill them bosses.
That's it. That's it. Also, one of the main reasons that people love Metal Trials is the awesome rewards that come along with it. So why don't we take a look? So of course we have the black armor sets retrofitted for all heroes. Here's a little sneak peek. You'll be available from August 13th to September 3rd. We also have the Blackstone Elite color swatch, as well as the Iron Legion color swatch as well.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love me the all black Tester Metal armor. So I cannot wait, especially for all the new heroes. Is the best armor we have.
Yeah.
We also have more rewards, though, so let's check these out. So listen, during week 1, from August 13th through the 20th, you're going to be able to loot the battle outfit Age of Wolves. So that'll be super cool. On week 2, from August 20th through the 27th, you'll be able to loot the Apollyon's Might embossing, as well as the Rose of Horkos embossing. And then finally, there's the Rose of Horkos. Amazing. And then finally, for week 3, we're going all out because you are going to be able to loot the I Am War free roam emote. So from August 27th to September 3rd, you just got to play and you get the loots. It's that simple. So there you go.
I can't wait. Nolan, thank you so much for breaking this down with me. We got an esports segment coming up. I'm amped for that. So let's take a look at all the lootable armor sets from Metal Trials first, and then we'll head to esports after.
See you soon.
See you soon.
right, welcome back, Warriors, to the esports segment. We needed that little transition because Anthony and I had to swap couches
A
here.
little swap.
It's very important. All right, I like the seat better, so
Yeah.
we had to talk. we talked about it. But yeah, we are here to talk about esports, and we had something pretty cool just happen. So Anthony,
Yeah.
like, what's going on in the world?
Yeah. So 44 Triple Threat just concluded. So a
Yes.
big thank you to everyone who participated, as well as our tournament organizers, Spandude and Nutella. For those that aren't aware, Triple Threat is our year-long circuit comprised of 3 tournaments where we're awarding players with circuit points throughout each tournament, depending on where they finish. So the higher up you finish on the leaderboard, the more points you earn.
Makes sense.
So we're trying to find the GOAT, basically. Who's got the most points at the end of the year.
Awesome.
But yeah, we started the year off with a 44 tournament that just concluded. We're going to be heading to a 1v1 tournament just in Season 3. And then we're going to end off the year with another banger, another 44 Dominion tournament. But yeah, we just wrapped up the first 44 tournament of the year. Awesome turnout. Big thank you to our casters, Verbalocity and Norgos, and a big shout out to I Have Memes, who made his main channel debut as our analyst. So yeah.
Ooh, confetti.
Nice.
Love it.
Big ups to him. He crushed it. It was awesome to have that analysis present. So it was really nice. But moving on to the actual results of the tournament, a big shout out to Team AOG for winning. If you aren't aware, Team AOG is comprised of some veteran players of the scene. They got players like Clutchmeister, Mina B, Nymphoniel, also known as Likimon, Vanlar, and they also had Rawhit, who was a sub. But yeah, this was Clutchmeister's 101 tournament win, I think.
Holy
It's
crap.
nuts.
Great job, Clutch.
It's nuts. He's collecting the tournament wins like stamps, honestly.
Nice.
He's crazy. It's also Mina B's 3rd official Dominion tournament win, who I believe is only matched by Jarl right now. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, AOG winning with a bracket reset after being knocked into the lower bracket was really entertaining. All the teams gave an awesome show. It was super, super fun to watch. But yeah, they won with a dramatic 6-1 against Stormina La Ballerina. And for those that don't know, Stormina is stacked. They stacked roster. They got players like Blitz, Bingalations, Antonio, and Living. Like, it's crazy players. But yeah, a big thank you to the other teams as well who made it to the series final. So of course, Stormina La Ballerina. We have Leftovers and JK as well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Those sound like some really, really tough teams to go against
No.
there. So
was
awesome
fire.
stuff. But I believe we also had another content creator who made their competitive debut. Is that right?
Yeah, we did. So Raptor X on Team JK did super well, beating out Masters of the Onesiverse in the close qualifier to make it to the top 4. This is again an awesome feat because Masters of the Onesiverse had some incredible players. Like it's comprised of Silix and Bean, who's a dual frenzy winner back in 2024, I believe. They have Topemine, who's also an incredible player and is always in the running for top duelist. And there's also Ewop, who won the Friend or Foe 1v1 back in 2024, 2025. I can't remember exactly, but like they're all like top players. So like the fact that Raptor was actually able to pull through with that with his team was awesome. He made some cool recap videos too, so people should check that out. It was awesome.
I love to see it. I always love to see like more people coming in, more people competing. But speaking of which, you mentioned circuit points at the beginning of this. So where does that leave us now with the whole circuit points and the total for the year?
Exactly. So yeah, we're still tallying up the scores, but you could expect players from these top 4 teams to be at the top of the circuit leaderboard, considering there's only been one tournament. But the circuit's really going to start to get spicy after the results from 1v1. After that, players will have one final chance at the end of the year to earn as many points as they can in the final Dominion tournament of the year.
Nice.
And see who the GOAT is. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I can't wait for that. And you mentioned the next tournament's going to be a duels tournament. So what can you tell people about that?
Yeah, so signups are going to be open soon. So keep an eye on our socials, the Battlefy as well. It's going to be in early season 3. But in the meantime, maybe some players to keep an eye on. If they're streaming, if you run into them in matchmaking. I'm sorry in advance, but players like Blitz, Bingalations, Totemine, Bean, Ewop, Jarl, Kalid, all incredible players. Take notes, honestly. If you're looking to grind and get better at ones, these are the guys.
Nice, incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's
I don't got
awesome.
Anything else?
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much, Anthony. I always love to see like how our esports scene is progressing, and like really excited to see the next round of this. So Warriors, keep an eye out for that. Make sure you sign up, participate. It's going to be so much fun. So really excited for all the amazing competition. And folks, don't go anywhere because coming up next, we're bringing JC back to the couch to talk about balancing, and we have a special quality of life segment as well. So we'll be right back with all of that. So stick around. Welcome back, Warriors. We weren't gone that long. We hope you enjoyed your wait. Nah, I'm just joking. JC is here, though,
Yes,
to talk
I
about
am.
balance. Amazing.
I don't know. I don't know. People were summoning me again.
I know. They couldn't
And
get enough. Yeah.
They can't get enough of me, and I don't know how it works, but it always works. I teleport from my desk upstairs.
You tried to leave. We
Yeah.
wouldn't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm out of
back.
here. I don't want to do balancing. We don't need balancing.
No, we don't. We're
We don't.
perfectly balanced.
Perfectly
as is.
balanced.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. They ask for a lot of things.
Yeah.
They all ask for the same things, so you know what to do from the chat. It's always the
Oh,
same.
you mean Nerf Warlord?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
this, yes.
Durin buffs and everything. Yeah, there we
Yes.
go. Okay.
That works.
Makes
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, we do have some patch notes to get into for that. But before that, too, Raph, again, welcome back to the couch too.
Yeah.
We have-
Why am I here when it's the time to talk about patch
It's
notes,
because
eh?
you're awesome, Raph.
It's-
That's what it is.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
have
that
to
was
say
tough.
something before we start.
Yeah.
This is, I must be like my 20th Warriors Den, but it's the first time that I'm sitting next to GC.
Oh, wow.
So I feel promoted today.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
so happy. Can I like touch her shoulder?
You
or
can
something?
try. You can try. It's dangerous though. Yeah, that's what it is.
Just the power is gonna flow through you.
It's really tricky.
So,
Oh.
in any case, why am I here?
Yes.
I'm
tell
here
us.
because we have a new narrative feature in the game. a new
Narrative, you
qual-
say?
Yeah.
Oh, it's my
It's
favorite.
actually a new menu, a hero bio menu, and you can start a video, Max. Thank you. So, whether you have a hero or not, you will now be able to go into a new lore section, and in that lore section, you'll be able to read a sort of summary of what an archetype, the archetype of each hero is. What is a Black Prior? What is a Raider? What is a Arakure? What do they want? Why do they fight? How do they fight? So some heroes, 12 of them for now, also have a description of an individual character leading or being a representative of this archetype. So you have 12 for now. We will add more in coming seasons, but, and it is important, not in the next one. So for one seasons, we will not put updates, but it will come after that. And we intend to put as many as we believe is important. Yeah, so we hope this is part actually of a larger effort to bring more of our wide world and the large story of Heathmoor into the game itself. for now, it has been accessible online. A lot of it is you needed to be there the season that it was told, or we have videos that describe what happened in that year or something like that. But there is nowhere that players can go and actually have references of everything that's happened or what do each warrior want. So now we're bringing more and more of it into the game. We started with small snippets with executions and emotes. We're gonna continue to do some of that when it feels right to do it. But now you have this new lore menu, and we'll keep updating it. But not next season, once again. It is really important to say that.
I know at least one content creator that is probably overly ecstatic right now if he's watching it live. Fell off his chair, something, I don't know. But I'm sure there's at least one person, but overall, reading about all our funny sword heroes and our funny sword game is awesome.
That is very cool.
Able to get access to all these things is just peak.
Yeah, it is it's strange how you maybe don't know exactly, but whenever we say, hey, personality here or this element of the character is represented there, all of that is part of the background. So it's narrative is kind of a connective tissue. It is not at the forefront, but it helps everybody else, and we all work together to create heroes. And this collective work is something I really want to praise for this special feature, because to do that has required a lot of work from a lot of people, and this update ends up being by number of lines and number of words added. This ends up being the largest narrative update since launch.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, quite a lot of work by many teams, and a big shout out to all of them.
Awesome. Well, super excited. I am excited to go in and read me some lore.
So going to Nusha,
I'm going to go to Nusha. And
yeah, of course.
I'll stay there for a while. So.
But see, that's the thing is like I not a lot of people know and understand that you and the narrative team are so important as to how we build heroes, how we do stuff, where we go. Look, dude, I gotta give you props. It's just we've been working together for a few years now, and it's amazing how like just getting the background and how we're thinking about things that comes from you and your team, it helps everybody else. Like on the design team, I know we use a lot of where they're going. We sit down with you guys really often to go, okay, so we're trying to do this. How does it work with the personality and how does it kind of function? Because overall, when the narrative is strong and everybody's aligned and everybody kind of feeds into it and feeds from it, you end up having much better heroes, much better content, and it's so much more cohesive, and so it's really appreciated. Like it's amazing.
Thank you. I mean, it goes both ways. We enjoy being with you and having a game. The gameplay is the bones, and then we try to put some skin on top of it, I guess.
Sure.
Something like that. So anyway, really happy to have this new feature into the game. Looking forward to reactions by players.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Raph. So, and then beyond that too, we do have a few patch notes to talk about. JC,
one more. No,
we got one page now.
Yeah, we're gonna put one page.
Nah,
we'll see. I'm not gonna do it again because it's
tired
by now. But let's get started with balancing. Let's go. I think this is what a couple of people are waiting for.
A few, yeah.
I should stall on this slide as much as I can.
As long as possible, yeah.
Okay.
Should we talk more about the features?
yeah.
Maybe more about our career.
Yeah, more
like
about
that.
Yeah. So our Corey, she's there. She's fighting. She's punching people with her talent.
Does she throw sand or something? No.
Yeah,
Let's go. Give it to
All
them,
right. Let's
please.
go. I'm sure people are freaking out. All right, okay. So we're starting off with Varangian Guard. Is it you're here? Should I say Varangian or Varangian?
Didn't we say Varangian because it is? Yes, it is.
I'm happy you're here because I can ask you then. It's great. So now I know it's Varangian.
So you're stalling yet again? That's what you were doing.
Okay, no, all right, great. So anyway, so we're kind of changing a little bit the hero so that we want to address some of the frustration that players have playing this hero. So first up, Sellsword's Valor, which is her side dodge lights. They had crushing counters. They had a little bit like their defense was a little bit different because we needed to make sure they could actually crush and counter. We just removed them, and now her dodge attacks are regular dodge attacks with the same timing as everything else. The reason why we did this is that actually landing those crushing counters on purpose is really tricky. And that's okay, right? Like if we have like super high level execution stuff and timing, it's great. Except when most of the time that it happens, it's not on purpose and it's by accident, and it just ends up being super frustrating when you're playing against her. And so it's been one pain point of this hero for a while. So we're removing them, making your dodge attacks pretty regular. There's no real point of having like that much more extra defense on your side dodges there. So we're gonna toning that down a little bit so that it makes kind of a bit more sense.
Nice.
For Sellsword's Bounty, which is her front dodge attack, her light. So you can now do it from 200 ms to 500 ms instead of 1 to 5. You might just go 100 ms. Who cares, right? The big difference here is that lengthens the period where she's vulnerable to guard breaks. And so you cannot, it's harder to stuff guard breaks when you can do it just a little bit later. It makes just enough of a difference that it's still super viable. It's still a great move. But then it's harder to use on reaction or like even on prediction to guard breaks. You have to do it like a little bit earlier. So it balances that out again. Because it's one of those things that if a lot of heroes don't have that kind of vulnerability, it becomes super hard to play against them. You have less options defensively, and you become a bit too oppressive.
Gotcha.
Of course.
Oathkeeper Spiral, which is the zone attack that she can do after she blocks somebody with her big shield. So the issue here is that initially we wanted it to not have too much forward movement, because because of the way the axe works and all that kind of functions, if we ended up like making the trajectory in the hitboxes bigger, it created phantom hits. We try to avoid phantom hits as much as possible. We wanted to look as much as we can instead of weapon trajectories and stuff. But the problem is that there's not a lot of range. And if we gave her like too much forward movement, she would miss everybody around her. And the purpose of that move is to hit people around her. So it didn't quite make sense. But we've revisited it a bit, and we made sure that she has just enough forward movement, because what ended up happening really often is I block somebody, throw this attack, hit 2 people, miss my target. And so that's just kind of weird, right? It doesn't quite function as intended. So we made sure that she moves forward just enough to always hit the person she's locked onto, but still actually as much as possible hit people around her as well, so that it works good.
Okay.
The last thing that we did on Varangian Guard is we've reduced the ability, I'm going to read it because it's going to be complicated, the delay attacks the chains by 100 ms on every single attack that chains. So Light Heavy Opener, Allegiance, Charge, and Spiral, Hjalder, Holdkeeper, and Sellsword's Bounty and Valor. So it might sound like it looks like a nothing burger of a change. Right? But the big reason why we're doing this is that she has crushing counters on all of her lights in chains. And initially we had made that delay window super long to give players a chance to really time them properly and feel good using them. What ended up happening is because of that, she becomes borderline impossible to peel in group fights.
Yeah.
So because when you're blocking external, when you're doing stuff externally, you can, this is like secret tech, don't tell anybody except if you already know, you don't really know. When somebody's throwing an attack at you externally, right? So I'm here, I'm locked onto Raph, and you're here, you're throwing attacks at me. I can block you 2 different ways.
Right.
Either by blocking in the direction you are from, or blocking the actual stance of the attack. So if you're on my right and you throw a top attack, I can block top and block it, or I can block right and block it. Because I block both the direction you're coming from and the direction of the attack. So that's kind of why also it's kind of good to do like something like different sides so that it's a bit harder to block. But the thing is, this also applies to crushing counters and superior blocks. So you could often just like superior block on the side and would block like all 3 stances, and you could kind of mess it up sometimes and like cover other options. So it ended up being a bit too strong and a bit too oppressive. So by lowering the delay, you can still do it, but it's harder to time like and delay it like a bunch, so that it's a bit trickier to be able to block those attacks using that stuff.
Gotcha.
So that is it for our good old friend Varangian Guard, or Varangian. Orochi, everybody's least favorite samurai, but somehow everybody loves him. So mostly nerfs, which I think some people are going to be happy with. So Zephyr Slash, which is his side dodge lights. They're back to being enhanced, but the recovery can no longer be cancelled by a dodge in any situation, on hit, on block, and on miss. So it's the treatment we gave Pirate a little while ago. That worked super well. And so we're applying it to Orochi, and maybe somebody else that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Sneaky patch notes.
Somebody with access. But
Warlord, right?
Warlord, yeah, Warlord, of course. We're going to nerf Warlords. But essentially, the idea here is that because it's a defensive move, and it's really good, and it has a big trajectory, being able to dodge cancel it, even on hit, proved to be a little bit too strong. You're still able to zip around too much on the battlefield, being really, really defensive. So we're toning it down so that it's purely a one-shot defensive move. You're gonna do it once, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, you can do it if it lands. You go into like a combo light and do it again, but you have to commit just a little bit more time so you can actually get peeled and get that stuff happening. So then we adjusted his zone attack as well. So we adjusted a trajectory to have a little bit less reach on the left and front sides, because again it caused a bit of phantom hits, but it was super strong. The cable is bugging me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it ended up being a bit too strong in group fights because it would hit just outside, just a little bit too much. So by lowering this just a tad, we're able to, it functions a lot better, and it's a little bit less annoying in group fights. And we've also lowered the amount that it pushes opponents when they block it. That causes issues where if I throw a zone attack and you're there and you block it, you used to get pushed away just a bit too much to be able to effectively counterattack me. So by lowering it enough, you're going to still stay close, and you have less forward movement. You have to move a little bit less to be able to punish me and do what I need to do. We've also changing the input for wind gust, which is deflect attack. It's now on heavy. I know people are going, no, we're not going to do the old animation back. But essentially, like, we're putting on heavy because Orochi is one of the few heroes left. Like, unfortunately, Shinobi has it because it's on guard break and we don't want to do it. That can just dodge and hit a single button and get both the dodge attack or the deflect. That's an actual option select.
Yeah.
People use option selects in a lot of wrong ways. This is the right way. It's one input that does multiple outcomes depending on the situation. The game selects which option it's going to do. That's where the wording comes from. So that's an actual option select. So by putting it onto heavy, you as a player actually have to go, I deflected, I have to hit heavy, and not just I dodge attack. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to get deflect. Otherwise, I get my dodge attack, right? So we're switching it. We're doing that for pretty much every single hero. Again, like on Shinobi, it's a bit harder because it's both a kick and some weird teleport that he does, and it doesn't feel quite right to have that teleport attack on a light or on a heavy. So we're gonna try to figure things out. But right now, at least for Orochi, this is how it's gonna go.
Nice.
Finally, we're also nerfing kunai, which I'm sure people have already rejoiced because they saw this. So kunai is really, really good. It's a projectile feat, so already it's frustrating. You can do it from off screen. Nobody kind of sees it going. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's enough to be annoying. It pushes you into a bit of a hit stun, so it's kind of annoying. So what we're doing now is we've doubled the cooldown. So now instead of being 30 seconds, it's 60 seconds. We've also upped the damage to compensate, right? So it does 20 instead of 15. So it kind of, you're going to use it once per fight. About 60 seconds is about the length of a single fight. So by doing this, you can use it once per fight. It's still good, but it's not twice per fight to just annoy people from
Yeah,
Inferno.
for sure.
Then the time at which you throw the projectile during the animation when you activate the feat is at 600 ms instead of 4. So now, if you're locked on to an Orochi, you can technically, like a lot of people can, react to the animation and dodge the kunai. So that's part one of that change. Part two is that the recovery is now also higher. So it takes 500 ms before Orochi can do anything, whether the projectile hits or not. So now, if you're in front of an Orochi that you see through a kunai, you can do dodge attack and punish them. So it makes a big difference there as well into how viable the feat is. It's still off screen, it's still unlocked or whatever, but it ends up being a lot more easier to deal with in a 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, higher risk and lower reward.
Exactly, right? It makes sense. And so, kind of, if you look at it as kind of a damage per minute type of thing, it used to deal 30 damage per minute, right? If you use it on cooldown and everything.
Yeah.
Now it does 20 damage a minute, so it's a bit nerfed, but we tried to compensate for things a little bit so that it doesn't feel as bad to throw a 15 damage projectile every minute that does, so we're trying to like adjust things and have a bit of compensation where it's needed.
Makes sense. All right.
Next slide. Who's up next? Jurin.
Jurin.
Raph, did you tell me I could nerf Jurin?
Let me look into the lore. Nah, you're
Okay.
choosing this. Please don't put it on me. You're buffing him, right?
Yeah, we're buffing. We're
Yes,
buffing
yes.
Jurin. No.
Yeah.
So I've seen people in chat demand that we nerf Jurin, so we're gonna nerf Jurin. That's great.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how I go. That's
That's how
only
we
how
make
it goes.
decisions.
Yeah, that's how I make decisions, right? There's a bit of a typo here. It still says sea lions pounce, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. So it's fine. So basically, right now, what we've done, right, is address a couple of pain points on Durin. We have more changes coming next to you as well. But we wanted to push these now because they are like some of the bigger pain points. So first up is his side dodge attacks, right? Side dodge heavy. So as you know, as everybody knows here, and probably everybody looking, Durin has tap and hold mechanics.
Right.
Depending on if you're tapping or if you're holding the attack, it does different things. The issue that we have right now is that when you do a side dodge attack, you can either tap it or hold it. Yay! If you hold it, you go into a much slower attack that becomes unblockable, doesn't chain, so there's a bit of a drawback. But the issue that it causes is if you're fighting Durin and he's doing a side dodge attack, you kind of know with everybody, you have to decide, are they going to do a dodge attack or not? And you go, do I go into feint to guard break or feint to parry? With Durin, it's feint to guard break or feint to parry, but if you miss one, you're in massive trouble. Because if you try to go, I tried to parry and they did the extended dodge version, so the held version, they would punish you. So it created like an extra layer of reads on top of everything else. Now, previously, we kind of made it so that the tapped version is a little bit slower, but also it was no longer enhanced on hit. So you could block it and it would bounce back. And we made sure that you could be punished for that. So if you blocked it, you got a free guard break on the opponent every single time. So that kind of works, but it still does not fully address the issue of he has a choice between a relatively fast dodge attack that, yes, has some risks, or a super long one that can be feinted, that's unblockable, all that stuff. So what we're doing is we're normalizing them. So the held version now is 600 MS, just like the tap one. It counts as a light parry, just like a light one. You cannot feint it anymore. It deals 16 damage instead of like 20 plus. It has standard dodge timings, right? So as the other ones, it's vulnerable to guard break from 0 to 200 instead of 0 to 533. The hit and block recoveries are 700, and interrupt block recovery is 700 as well. Interrupt block on this case isn't really going to happen much, but it's still there, depending what can typically happen. But it actually is interesting because something that's missing here, which is really interesting, is that it is no longer to people or to pressure somebody in a win-win scenario. You can no longer do that. If you're playing against Durin, every single time he does a dodge, if you read that he's going to dodge attack, you get a parry every single time on the same timing, and you can punish him very effectively. So we're removing that layer of reads. There is still the I'm going to hold dodge to get the block, but feint to GB beats that and empty dodge. So we're back to more normal options in here. You don't have to make a double read. And then if he does a held one, then you have to read, is he going to feint or let it go and all that sort of stuff. So it's really a big, big, big nerf to that attack specifically. I know it's something that's been requested for a while. We took our time to do it because we wanted to be 100% sure what can we do.
Yeah.
And we tried other things. We got a suggestion from some of our players when he came to the studio last week and stuff to try some things out. And one of their suggestion was, hey, why don't you make the held version way longer, like much, much, much slower, make it still unblockable, so that as a player I can go, hey, they're gonna do a side dodge, I'm gonna try to parry the tapped version, and if that fails because they hold it, then I can feint my heavy and then go into and then figure out the other thing afterwards. There's two issues with this. First of all, feinting a parry is a bit easier when your heavies are super slow because you have a much wider window. If you're like Glad or like people that have like 700 MS heavies, the timing is super, super, super tight. It's really hard. Then on top of it, you have to manually delay it. It's trickier to do for most people. You kind of have to go, oh, I'm throwing it. Then the window to delay your feint is tight. And the other problem is that if not a lot of people know this, and it might be why sometimes I see videos on Reddit of people going, hey, I parried, and it went through my parry or went through my block or whatever. And sometimes it's because if you press cancel, so the B button or whatever it is on keyboard or mouse and keyboard, when you parry, during the start of that parry animation, it disables the parry. So because we wanted to avoid the option select of, hey, every time I parry, I press heavy and cancel at the same time. And then if it's a parry, I parry. If it's not, I do a heavy feint, right? So because of this, there's that input that's there. So it complicates things even further. And on top of this is that attack is frustrating at high level, but it's also frustrating at medium and low level. And we don't want to force that burden that is extremely difficult to lower the frustration only on top level, and then the rest of the players just go, you know what, we don't care about you, which is not the case. We love everybody.
We do.
But our players are really, really important, so we want to make sure that kind of fits. The second part of this on the tapped version is it's back to be enhanced. The recoveries are now normal, so you don't get a free guard break whenever it gets blocked. So they're really equalized, so that works kind of well there. So that's page 1, because you see 1 of 2.
That's right.
Is there a second page?
Let's find out.
Raph, you're working narrative. You write.
So usually when you say 1 of 2, does it mean that there are like many pages?
It means that
10?
maybe, or maybe there's 2.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm relying on you, on your expertise.
I write. I don't do maths. Man.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So
Do letters, not numbers.
yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's look. All right.
Oh, 2.
A second page.
It was a good call. It was a good
Yes.
call.
So Defiant Swipe. So do you know what Defiant Swipe is, Nolan?
I believe.
Raph, you wrote it, so you know.
Yeah, okay. I believe that is his neutral hold light. Yeah.
Wonderful, bingo. So essentially, so
rehearsed.
yeah,
We
yeah,
rehearsed.
we rehearsed. So clearly, everybody
I would
knows
not have
this.
known otherwise.
Nolan had to go and create tasks for people
I
to do
did,
this, so he
yeah.
kind of knows.
I don't know.
But essentially, the problem that we have with this move, having armor in neutral, is that you can essentially, you see red, you hold light, you beat it, right? The thing is, it was designed in a way that goes, yes, but you lose your turn. You can't chain. And generally, you lose the exchange because you're going to deal less damage than the damage you take from your opponent's attack if it's a heavy or whatever. It also has some issues of like being able to interrupt some attacks in chains, like and it killed some characters' offense. But basically, because of this, it's not necessarily that the move itself is too strong, is that it's very annoying to go against.
Yeah.
Because even if you win the trade, and if every single time I throw an attack at either one of you, and you're Durin and you just hold light, like every time I have to feint to parry, or feint to nothing, or let it go, and I win the exchange, but I'm back to neutral, you're back to neutral, and I have to do it again, and again, and again, and again. And it just makes it for less engaging and interactive gameplay. So we have removed the uninterruptible stance on it completely, but it's not enhanced. So it's still usable, right? The important thing with enhance is that, and it's a bit of a technicality, but when you throw an attack that is blocked, that gets interrupt blocked, so you kind of bounce back, you know, it's super dangerous, especially when you're outnumbered, because the entire time that you're bouncing back, you're vulnerable to guard breaks. This is a lot of source of damage in a lot of different situations where it's really, really, really dangerous. And sometimes it's why you don't want to throw out lights. Sometimes it's why some heroes are better in group fights because their lights are enhanced on external targets. Sometimes they aren't, depending on the hero. So it makes it more dangerous to throw lights. So it being enhanced means you can kind of throw it to kind of do a quicker interrupt in a group fight with less risk. So there's still a purpose for it. It's smaller in scope, but it's still there. The other thing is that we fixed an issue, a very, very important issue that's tricky. And so for that, I have to explain again a little bit on the technical side to go how it functions. When you are, let's say I'm locked onto you, right? Actually, no, I'm locked onto somebody imaginary in front of me.
You're
right?
locked on the stream. Yeah.
And you're both on the same side. Whenever you throw attacks, the game kind of decides which indicator to show by determining which is the next one that will land on you. So this is why sometimes if somebody is on the side and throws a light, and the other person is a Hitoki, for example, right, and that's charging a top heavy, you're going to see like a regular indicator to block, but it's going to hide the fact that Hito's coming with an unblockable right behind it until that light resolves. And then you can have, like, you can kind of get like smaller, like shorter indicators for unblockables for slower attacks. The problem is that Durin, everything he did always took priority over his opponents every single time. So you could, in theory, hide unblockables that are like faster, or like start this a little bit later, and it would override the unblockable indicator and make it much harder to fight when a Durin was nearby, because there was a bit of a bug due to how we kind of build the hero and stuff. So that bug has been fixed, so it no longer overrides. So it should be a bit easier to fight when there's a Durin next to you, because they can't kind of like just mess with your indicators as much.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So that's it. That's it for Durin. Don't worry. There's no warlords.
Okay.
We're not nerfing warlords.
Of course not.
No.
Warlords is like, he doesn't need it.
He's
He doesn't
fine.
need it. He
He's
doesn't
fine
need
the
it,
way he is.
right?
Yeah.
But we have some other changes. So first up on Berserker, spoilers alert, I was kind of talking about it before.
Yes.
So Spin Chop gets the exact same treatment that we gave to Zephyr Strike on Orochi. Side dodge lights are enhanced. They can no longer be cancelled by dodge. Same reasoning as with Orochi. Works really well. And Zerg kind of needs this. They need to be enhanced. Because if they're not enhanced, it's a lot harder to use in team fights as well. So being enhanced makes a lot more sense. The other thing is we fixed a bit of an issue that we had where, because of the way like the hero is built, if you did Spin Chop and it puts you out of stamina, if you buffered an attack afterwards, you would go into your regular chain, even if you were out of stamina. That was a bit of a problem, so we fixed that issue, which means that you can that when you miss, you chain from 3 to 3 MS instead of from 0 MS. It's a small change, but it makes a bit of a difference here. It's a bit of a bug that we were able to fix. That feels good.
Nice.
JJ. So Jang it's kind of a weird thing where if you did, actually right now on live, you can go test it out. Boot up the game and go test it out. We need the numbers.
Yeah.
So if you're playing Jang and you do front dodge light, right? It's always going to come from top.
Yeah.
And at 300 MS right now. But go and try this. I dare everybody now to go and try this. You do front dodge, switch stance to left or right, and then press light at the same timing as you would do from the top. And see what happens. Spoiler alert, nothing. The input gets fully eaten because there was only a check to do a top light from front dodge, even though you can switch your stance. So by what we did is, because you can switch your stance, you can now do a side light as well at the same timing at 3 to 900. It'll give him a bit more options as well when you front dodge, maybe hit somebody, you do that sort of stuff. So it's interesting. It's a very, very, very small buff, but it's still pretty interesting. It's more for almost for input comfort than anything. So that's really, really good.
Awesome.
Then another page. Nerfs to Sohei.
What?
Yeah, so Sohei is overperforming a little bit. There's a lot of good stuff since we did a buff, so it's great. I'm really happy that Sohei is a lot more playable. There's still some issues lingering, but it's way, way, way better. Much better shape. And too much better of a shape that doesn't really mean anything, but it's okay. So we're nerfing is tier 1 and tier 3 feats. So they're both going down. The damage, the defense debuff and the damage buff are both going down by 5%. So when you have both active, you no longer deal 50% extra damage, you deal 40% extra damage.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye on it. If it's still too strong, there's other avenues we can do. We can like lower cooldowns or mess with that sort of stuff. But we'll see how that pans out. And then if it's not enough, we'll keep going, we'll keep nerfing. I'd much rather take the slow and steady approach that doesn't nuke characters from orbit as if you're a bug-infested planet or something, than just going, you know what, we're going to do like a little bit, and then if it makes sense, good, we're good. If we need more, and we're good to go. So that it also pads on patch notes a little bit, so it's good.
Sure.
Kidding.
Yeah.
No. Why are you saying those things?
I would never do these things. I'm crazy. I didn't have a lot of sleep. So that's what happened. I worked too hard on these things. Finally, we have we fixed an issue on Lawbringer where it was kind of interesting. If you did front dodge heavy, but you target swapped while you were doing it, right? So I'm dodging towards you,
And then
switch targets to Nolan, press heavy. There was a bug where Lawbringer wouldn't rotate towards you, so the trajectory would still hit you. You could still parry me, but it looked like it was going towards Raph. And so that created a bunch of issues, clearly. And so we fixed that, so now he properly rotates, and everything is good and golden and happy. And Lawbringer mains can rejoice. Actually, not, because then they can't abuse this anymore, but
That's fair. Yeah, that's
better like this, and that's how it works. So that's it for patch notes.
awesome.
Lots of stuff.
Yes.
I'm hoping people are happy with the Durin nerfs.
Sure.
I'm sure there's like a celebration in the streets right now.
Some-
People are throwing confetti everywhere. so-
Fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fireworks. the whole thing.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's good stuff. All right.
that's good.
Well, thank you so much, JC, for going over those, walking us through that. And Raph, thank you so much again. Really excited for all the lore pages that we get to check out.
always happy to be here with both of you.
I can't wait to spend my time in For Honor reading.
Yes. It's
So
where we're
you
going.
do the math. I do the writing.
Exactly, and that's
Okay,
great.
okay, that's
Then
great.
I can read what you wrote, and then you can
I
do
can
math
try
on what
to
I
do
did.
some math.
That
Up
works.
up to 2, I can.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good.
1, 2, okay.
We can-
That works. Okay. All right.
we're really on fire with this. I love it. So I'm excited for that. Folks, we hope you're excited as well. So all these changes are going to go live next week when we drop this patch. So you don't have to wait long for all of that. In the meantime, thank you, JC, again. Thank you, Raph, again. And don't go anywhere, folks, because we have the community corner coming up right after this.
That's the best segment, really.
It's a great
Yes.
segment.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go.
Welcome back, Warriors!
Oh.
We're here at the community corner. I am so excited for everything we've seen today, our new hero, Arakure,
Yes.
and all our cool new content.
Absolutely. Yeah, we covered a lot today, and I know you were just waiting to come in and try out the tonfas yourself.
I was. I've been
That's good.
waiting my turn.
Like, everybody else gets to play with them.
Yeah. But now I'm here. And I'm going to go through all the things that we have seen today. We have our new hero, Arakure, who will be available on July 23rd for $9.99 USD. We have our free event, Arakure's Audacity, again on July 23rd until August 13th. We have our welcome pack and our value pack. The welcome pack for $4.99 and the value pack for $24.99 USD on July 23rd. They can only be bought once, and that grants you exclusive armor sets for all your heroes. We also have the event mode throwback Test Your Metal on August 13th until September 3rd. We have our Hero Fest for Berserker starting August 20th, Virtuosa August 27th, and Jormungandr on September 3rd. We have Starter Dominion is coming back again, a little bit different this time, on July 23rd until August 6th. You have 5 maps in rotation, as well as your stamina, your feats, and your revenge. You also have triple threat signups that are coming up soon, so keep an eye on our socials as well as the Battlefy website. We also have a long free week on Ubisoft Connect, PlayStation, and Xbox coming up from July 23rd until August 4th, which is a 12-day week. Very
12-day week. It's
very
amazing.
generous.
Ah.
We also have a summer sale because summer is the best time. Xbox is 85%
85% off from July 7th until July 29th. And PlayStation is also 85% off. The Standard and Ultimate Edition from July 15th until July 29th. And then the Gold Edition from July 29th until August 12th. I just came on to say a bunch of dates.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. But so much good stuff there. And you know what, folks? We got more because we got some content of the week coming your way. Starting today, July 16th, an illustrious outfit, the Apocalyptic Firestorm. Available for 15k steel for all heroes. Look at this thing. They're so cool. Big, fiery, shadowy wings. We also have an execution coming back. Ilma's Helping Hand available for 10k steel. Has been retrofitted for all heroes now. Fun fact, Ilma will toss you one of 4 random weapons from off screen for you to do that execution with. So it's very cool. And if you want to know who Ilma was, that's why we have lore pages. They're good.
Exactly.
I'll talk to Raph about that one later on, actually. We'll see. On top of that, we also have the Kensei Hero Fest going on this week. So it comes with a brand new unique execution, Sekiwan, available for 7k steel. Now, moving forward to next week, July 23rd, with the title update going live, we have an illustrious outfit that's going to be available for 20k steel, the Inked Koi, which are just cool fish. Look at these happy little fish just swimming
Are
around.
you kidding me? They're great. Don't be coy.
Oh, amazing. I love it. But we got...
I didn't practice that at all.
I know, completely natural. We love it. We also have a mythic outfit that's going to be available called the Swirls of Revolt, available 15k steel. I think that's going to go super good with that Akure.
I love it. Yes.
Yes, we're foreshadowing that it'll look good there.
Wait,
But it looks good for everybody.
of course.
Really good. And we'll have a new execution, the Bloody Scuffle, so available for 10k steel. So this one, you know, get into the spirit of Erikure and the bare knuckle and the fighting and the punching and just, you know, punch them all. It's going to be great.
Punch 'em all.
So much punching.
So much.
And, you know, we mentioned it earlier in the show, too, but we are doing something really special for Erikure. So on July 30th, Erikure is going to have her very own unique free roam emote that's going to be available. So if you want to be your own delinquent and you really just show all the fools in Heathmoor what's up, you can do that, folks.
It's perfect for her.
It is. It's like absolutely perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got more content of the week because on August 6th, Meyer Green, a brand new material, is coming out available for 10k steel. It looks glorious. Papa Nurgle is pleased. So we're good with that. And we have also some content of the week, legacy content from the Test Your Metal, which is available. We want to remind people on that. So from August 13th through September 3rd, the illustrious outfit Timeless Wolf will be available. So if you want your very own golden Apollyon mask, now's your chance, and been retrofit for everybody, because everybody does. We also have the mythic outfit Candlelit Shrine, which has also been retrofit for all of our heroes, available for 15k steel. It's super cool. There's a spooky skull and candles and books, the spookiest thing of all. And an execution, no weapon needed being retrofit here, so that'll be available as well. And look at that, knee to the face, off the cliff. Hey, it's a whale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know?
It's a whale of a time. Sorry.
Well.
Whale. All right, whale's not included, folks.
Sorry, so yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm sorry. We got more. There's an arcade quest going live today. Wolves from the Door, available from July 16th through the 23rd. So check that out. It's available for all players. And this weekend, an event order, the Medic Challenge. So from July 17th through the 20th, be the faction with the most allies revived. Please help me. I'll be the dead Nusha on the ground that needs a revive. So pick
I'll
me
be
up.
right there with you.
Hey, it'll be good.
Hey.
Hey, and we got more because August 6th through the 13th, we have an extra XP fest. So get double XP at the end of every match and on all completed auras. Perfect time to grind out all those reps on the heroes,
Not one,
including
but two.
Erikure. That's right, not just one, but 2 XPs.
Hey.
All right, so that's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
That is a lot of stuff. But you know what? We got even more stuff. But it's stuff from you.
Oh.
You guys, our community. The reason why I'm here is because we have some community corner videos coming up right now. Let's check them out.
Now this is a very blatant place to hide. It might be a really bad idea. Or it might be a really good one. Turns out it's a good one. Very good one.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was some of my favorite combination of everything. That last one with the edits. Oh my gosh, you couldn't hear me, but
Yeah.
I was
It was
excited.
it was great. I do love
Right.
those edits too. And also, whoever drew that shaman, like, why I'm gonna have nightmares now. Okay, that's not what I want to see. Whew, holy crap.
Or is it?
No, definitely not.
no.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrified right now.
Oh.
So good stuff. So amazing work, community. So thank you so much again, everybody. And I think that's it for us. Zahara, thank you so much for
Thank
being here with
you.
us to look at all the community stuffs.
Yes.
So cool.
So cool.
We will see you all on the battlefield. And don't forget,
will.
next week, July 23rd, all of this is going to go live. We talked about today. So Eric Curry, one more week, and you'll get that. And that's about it for us.
And we are gonna raid Raven Knight.
Raven Knight, all
Oh,
right.
very cool. We'll see you guys on the battlefield.
All right. See
That's
you,
it for
folks.
now. Bye.